This weekend, Australia will host the country's first ever Holocaust survivors reunion. The event is organised by Holocaust survivor Eddy Boas, the author of the incredible memoir, I'm Not a Victim, I'm a Survivor, which touches on the first 5 years of his life in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. Now, New South Wales Premier Chris Minns will be there, the Israeli Ambassador Amir Maimon too. And to discuss, Eddy joins me now. Eddy, so lovely to see you again. What inspired you to organise this event?
Thank you for inviting me. It all happened at the Israeli Embassy in Canberra, actually. I was speaking there to about 30 ambassadors that the Israeli ambassador invited me to do. And the same morning I'd read a newspaper report by the Claims Conference in America about the number of survivors left in this world, which are 245,000. Of 2,500 lived in Australia. And
so there were 2,500 Holocaust survivors in Australia still alive?
Yeah, this is a year ago. I believe it's down to about 2,000 something, 200. So I started to think about all the anti-Semitism going on in Sydney at the moment, or in Australia at the moment. And I get phone calls from survivors, and I've had phone calls from mothers about children being scared to go, to school about being Jewish. And I thought, well, what I should do is have a reunion with survivors and let's celebrate. And I started that. I told the ambassador, and he thought it was a terrific idea.
Yeah, and it absolutely is. And it's great to see that the Premier's supporting it as well. I mean, he has shown leadership on anti-Semitism, unlike Albanese, wouldn't you say?
As I think I'll look at it this way. The Premier speaks from the heart, Albanese speaks from his brain. As the Premier means what he says. And I had a one-on-one meeting with him in his office, and I got on well with him. And I really like the man. I think he's fantastic, and in my opinion, he should be the Prime Minister of Australia.
I agree. That would be a much better situation. Now, there's one thing you've told everyone coming to your lunch, all the survivors, that they're not allowed to talk about. What is that?
The Holocaust. We've heard it all. There's going to be, Holocaust survivors there. And I say, we've been there, done that. I've never read a Holocaust book, and I've never seen a Holocaust movie.
Well, you wrote a Holocaust book?
I wrote a Holocaust. That's the only one I read.
Wow. Because it's just too painful to revisit the memories by watching anything about it?
I'm generally not an emotional person, but I do get a bit emotional when I see and hear certain things, what people say about Jews, and I think there's 8 billion people in this world. There's only 15 million Jews. I just want to know why this anti-Semitism, what it's all about.
Eddy, if there are Holocaust survivors watching and they aren't coming to your event, because you've got one in Melbourne and in Sydney on Sunday lunch, how can they find out more information?
Send an email to survivorsreunion 2025@gmail.com.
So Survivors Reunion 2025 @gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right. And if you didn't get that, hopefully rewind your television. All right. Eddy Boas, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.